Hello there, and welcome back to the Nihil channel for a quick news update. As we know, Shining Force Heroes of Light and Darkness is being developed by South Korean developer Vespa, and there's been lots of talk lately that the game is in trouble, Vespa's in trouble, so we're going to talk about that some and what's going to happen with the game. This comes to us by MMO Culture, and was put on my radar by the user Lost Bowie. So thank you, Bowie, for sharing that around. So just to get into it a little bit, this says, Korean developer Vespa, well known for King's Raid, which we've talked about a lot, was forced to suspend trading of its stock after the latest financial results announcement. According to local news, their total sales saw a drop of 36.5% compared to 2020, and operating profit saw a drop of 75.3% compared to 2020. And then they say Vespa made an operating loss in 2021, which was about $29 million. And they say the main reason is attributed to capital erosion of over 50% for the past 2 years. What I take that to mean is their flagship title, King's Raid, is just not bringing in as much money as it once was. And so they're starting to struggle a little bit. And then they say, too, that it came from increasing fixed costs. Oh, yeah, there you go. Decreased sales for King's Raid. But the increasing fixed costs is probably Shining Force. They're developing another really big game, so it's going to be expensive to do that. And then I guess some of their other games are just not performing as well as they want them to. So that's all they tell us. What does that mean for Shining Force Mobile? That is an excellent question, and lots of people are debating this. It could mean that the shareholders just want to get out while they still have something left, and it's going to get canceled. But I don't think that's likely. I think the more likely thing is that Vespa is going to have to double down on Shining Force Mobile and make it a make-or-break game. Because what we've already seen, from the trailer we've already seen, they have a lot of assets already done. And I don't know how done the game actually is. None of us do. But I think that when you're dealing with a company that even can talk about millions, the fact that they've lost 29 million and they're not done already, I think that means that they've got enough resources probably to hang in there to push this to market. That might mean that it's not going to be as big as they want, but this is also not a surprise to Vespa. This is a surprise to all of us, but Vespa knows what their sales figures have been. They're not going to look at the quarterly report and go, whoa, King's Raid didn't make us millions of dollars this quarter. Like, they knew that on the daily. They know daily how much King's Raid is bringing in and how much their other games are bringing in. So this is not a shock to them like it is to all of us. So really, I think that I understand some concern. I understand some concern that Shining Force is not going to have all the resources it needs to fully succeed. That is definitely a concern I have, but it also is that if it's bad, the company is going to go under, is what it seems like. So they have a lot of incentive to make us like this. So I hope that it does well. I hope that the game is really good and that Vespa can pull themselves out of this hole that they're in. And that Shining Force becomes their new cash cow, because Lord knows I would love to see Shining Force be anyone's cash cow. So, and I think that Shining Force as a brand has had that potential for a long time, and they've just been the first to recognize it, even before Sega, it seems. So, that's about it. I would say calm down. This is not the end for Shining Force or Vespa yet. It's going to be okay, at least in the short term. We are definitely going to get Shining Force. That's my take on it. But I don't know anything more than you guys do. So let me know what you think in the comments down below, and I will see you next time.
Don't feel so linear, with heartbreak so familiar. We all know what's insane, so why not break the chain? Break the chain, break the chain, break the chain. Swear